wish we'd had some sign of Koana-san, but maybe we'll still get lucky? Are you ready to go, Yagami-san?
Yeah, let's go. Man, where is this fucking guy? This shit's taking forever. Yeah, it's not like anyone else is here. You think the cops got it wrong? Then what do? Keep looking? Is there a fucking point?
Seems like Koana-san's giving them the slip. What's the plan now?
Let's find out what RK's gonna do when they catch Koana. Are they planning to kill him themselves?
What, you gonna just stroll up and ask them?
Well, I only count 4 of them, so 2 each. Piece of cake.
I guess.
Okay, let's go. Hello, gentlemen. Got a couple questions for you.
Huh? Who the hell are you two? You with the Kome Jewel?
Wow, they don't even recognize you, Yagami-san?
Well, that's kind of sad.
What's going on here?
Huh?
Yagami-san? I don't think it's just 2 each anymore.
Yagami? Hey, that's the detective from Kamurocho. A detective? Just get him! They're with Kitakata! Fuck yeah. Let's get it started. Hope you're ready to die. I've been waiting for this shit.
I wish you hadn't.
Let's go.
That all you got? I thought there were more of you guys.
Let's not jinx it, man.
You guys came looking for Koana, right? What were you gonna do to him?
We were just told to catch him. Not sure what comes after that.
You sure the plan wasn't to kill him?
I said I don't know.
Who gave the order here? Soma?
It was Akusa-san. Probably on Soma-san's orders, though.
Hey, Yagami-san?
Hey, how come Ijincho has so many creepy masks?
I was just gonna ask you.
Koana's not here.
Huh?
That intel was fake. We were the ones who put it out.
You live here? Then you must be Komicho.
Normally, it's us hiring the handyman. But this time, it was Koana asking the favor.
Huh? To put out false information?
Yes. He said he wanted to see what kind of enemy he was dealing with, and how they'd respond to an eyewitness report. Seeing as how easy police info made its way to these thugs, I'd say he was wise to use caution. Were he any closer, he would have been ensnared by now.
So Koana's nearby, watching everything unfold as we speak? He's really in Ijincho then?
We'll have to clear the room to discuss that.
Hey, Why are you looking at me?
Sorry.
As you said, Kuwana's returned to Ijincho. There are benefits to being here that only he can exploit.
Where's he hiding out?
Under the protection of Tesso from the Yokohama Ryumon. But you're cleared to see him. We already took care of that.
Kuwana actually said he'd meet us?
Come on. There's a way through the cops don't know. You can get out to the city from there.
That'd be helpful, thanks.
Guess you're not so bad after all.
Bear in mind, you may not leave alive if you come back. You were never welcome here.
And never mind. So, where do we find Kuwana-san?
I'm sure the Ryumon will lead us to him. Just so happens I've got a brother there named Tesso.
Oh, what?
Now let's get there before Kuwana changes his mind.
Yeah, let's go.
Starving. I'm starting to feel it. Pretty tasty, thanks.
ありがとうございました。
Wanna slow down, Yagami-san?
Really, guys? Oh, you morph. Stay down.
Yeah, let's go.
Really, guys?
So, you're Yagami Yaniki? Tesso-san told me to let you in.
Yagami Aniki?
Will you be coming inside?
Sure, let me pass.
This way, please.
Bro, hey man. Welcome back, friends.
Tesso Aniki? Do I have to call you that?
Take a seat. And you too, buddy.
This'll be fun.
And which of your names should we be using for you now? Kawana? Or do you prefer Kitakata-sensei?
Kitakata's a name that's been all but murdered by society. In Ijincho, I'm just a merry old handyman Kawana-san.
If you ask the cops, you're the murder suspect Kitakata. After killing Sawa-sensei, you fled the scene. At least, that's the story the police top brass are passing down through the ranks. Now, why would they say something like that about you?
Calm down, Yagami. How come you never relax?
So Kawana hired you guys from the start, and you pretended to not know each other in front of me? If that's the case, you really went all out for me.
Didn't I tell you? The Liumang accepts anonymous requests, too. Tesso didn't know I was the one who hired him. I suppose there's no point in hiding that now.
That's just how it is. Nothing to get mad over, bro.
You really aren't hiding anything? Did you tell him all you've done?
He's a former high school teacher who's going around killing bullies. Can't be much more to hide than that. Do you need any more convincing?
Honestly, I'm at a loss. I worked my ass off to get where you are.
And I'm still trying to untangle the mess you've made of it. You've got my student helpers by the throats. So I'm really backed into a corner here.
You mean the graduates from Kurokawa Academy? Like Mamiya-san?
Very good, Sugiura-kun. So how about it? No reason for us to doubt each other's intentions, right? All the secrets are out in the open now.
Fine. Then I'm gonna light up.
You were just over at Komijou, weren't you? RK was looking for me there. The police even lent them a hand.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm even more confused. I give up. Who in the world could be after me? Who has influence over both RK and the police?
Care to venture a guess?
They'd be the uneducated guesses of a handyman. You got any bright ideas yourself, Master Detective?
I haven't confirmed it for sure yet, but I have a pretty good theory for you.
Oh? Who?
Reiko Kusamoto, Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. She's Mitsuru Kusamoto's mother, your student from 13 years ago.
Wait, what?
There's a chance she's the one trying to silence you. And public security is taking orders directly from her.
Public security?
A detective from Kanagawa PD told me. Public security is pinning you as Sawa-sensei's murderer. He was also told to back off RK. If public security is protecting RK, it would explain why they have free reign on Ijincho.
Hey, back up. Why does this Kusamoto lady want to silence Kuwana in the first place?
Kawana had his former students kidnap Shinya Kawai in Kamurocho 5 years ago. The same guy who pushed her son into jumping off a roof. Kawai was killed after that. Before you killed Kawai, you approached Reiko Kusamoto about the prospect of revenge, didn't you? Ahara told us that. Before taking revenge on a bully, you'd approach the family about it first. Did you make the same offer to Reiko Kusamoto?
What if I did?
She's the Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. She's pretty popular. She's even cleaning up her predecessor's mess. If it were to surface that she agreed to a revenge killing, they'd have yet another massive scandal on their hands. And if you get to go down in cuffs instead of a body bag, that detail may just come out. Before that can happen, Reiko Kusamoto plans to
Have me silenced, and use public security to do it.
Exactly. Except public security can't just go after you, so they subcontracted RK to do the dirty work. That would explain why public security is trying to cover for RK.
I see. Well, the logic starts off soundly enough.
Something wrong with it?
Unfortunately, yes. Something does stick out.
And what's that?
I did, in fact, approach Kusamoto-san 5 years ago about taking revenge on Shinya Kawai. And just as you said, I used Mamiya-kun and the others to kidnap Kawai.
And?
From that point on, Kusamoto-san knew I was directing Mamiya-kun and the others. She'd seen their faces, knew their identities, everything. So, if Kusamoto-san wanted to go after me, Mamiya-kun and the others would be first on the list. But the fact is, public security hasn't laid a finger on them, even now. Which means, Kusamoto-san isn't the one giving them orders.
Sure, that makes some sense.
Hey, so sorry if this is off topic, but what was Kusamoto-san doing when Shinya Kawai was killed 5 years back?
She was standing right there with me. Afterwards, she took 3 days of PTO, and that was a first for her.
Why?
Shinya Kawai died at the hands of Kusamoto-san. She drove the knife into his chest personally. She took it slow, making sure he suffered the whole time. Just like Akihiro Ehara, she avenged her son with her own 2 hands. I admire her.
She killed Kawai herself?
Afterward, she told me she'd never wash the smell of his blood off her hands.
Damn, man.
I was the only one who knew that, by the way. The others have no idea. On that day 5 years ago, I sent them straight home after they brought me Kawai. And I was the only one with Kusamoto-san when she killed him.
This sounds way too crazy to be real.
Even so, the fact is, Kusamoto-san hasn't betrayed me. Besides, I doubt the Vice Minister is powerful enough to order public security around.
Then who is giving them their orders?
Well, I'd say your theory's on the right track. I'm sure public security contracted RK. It lines up with what's happened so far. I imagine they're so persistent because they know I can be used against Kusamoto-san.
Either way, whoever's pulling the strings is someone who'll benefit from your capture. So if it isn't Reiko Kusamoto, maybe it's one of her enemies?
An enemy?
Yeah, like someone within the Ministry of Health, or maybe even some kind of political rival. Nothing would be more valuable to them than dirt on Kusamoto, right? They're probably trying to take her down. Or they could threaten and manipulate her as they see fit. Is that why public security's been taking action? If they wanted to take her down, they could have had the police investigate her fair and square.
Right. Kusamoto-san can walk away from the Ministry of Health anytime she wants. Plus, she has the public's support, especially with the younger crowds. All just more reasons for her to have enemies.
I read some article about how even the Prime Minister has a hard time with her. Like, she'll get up in his face every time he signs an order. Dumbass loses so many arguments, he practically works for her now.
So the Prime Minister's trying to find some dirt on Reiko Kusamoto?
He's just an example. Weren't you listening when we said Kusamoto-san has lots of enemies in her position?
Hey, don't be a dick.
So whoever's behind this may have been looking for a weakness in Kusamoto-san for a while. They must have got their start after realizing Ehara's case was really about getting revenge on a bully. That puts Ehara and Reiko Kusamoto in the same boat, being that their only sons were bullying victims. And if they discovered that Kawai also vanished 5 years ago,